Gamers of Reddit, what was the first video game you completed? 100. Super Mario 64. Yoshi was just chillin' on top of the castle the whole time. Super Metroid. Pokemon Blue, I think. Super Mario World. Doom on Windows 95. I was 30. The Legend of Zelda. We had a book in my house of games my brother and I beat, and while he had dozens of games I didn't have much besides the two-player games like Contra or Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. So for Christmas my dad gets The Legend of Zelda for us as a family. We each took a save file which was so new to us at the time. I watched as my brother and father grew frustrated with the game and abandoned it for easier games, or rather games they understood. For some reason the game filled me with determination, and reading the booklet made me realize I had to play smart, and so I had a small marble notebook with all sorts of Zelda notes and reminders. Seeing my progress get beyond my brothers was amazing. Now they were gathered around watching me play instead of the other way around, and I really felt special that I was the youngest in my family, yet I was figuring out something neither of them could. I still have the book somewhere and the date written down on the day I cracked the game, which is what we called it when we beat it. This wasn't some hour-long effort of reflex and timing, this was hours and days of efforts and tenacity to try approaches and fail all on my own with no help from someone who has been where I need to be. I felt capable and intelligent. After that game I started shaping my identity as a gamer and have always preferred adventure and tactics to frenetic shoot-em-ups or platformers, which made my game choices very outside the box, and I was then the person in my house to go to when they needed help fighting Tonberries or picking a school of magic in Saga Frontier. It felt good. Marvel's Spider-Man. I'm not one to 100 games. I just don't care to put in that much effort. I want to enjoy my games without having a goal outside of the story. But Spider-Man has always been my favorite superhero, and I wanted to get everything out of that game that was put into it. Crash Bandicoot. Spyro 2. Probably Putt-Putt. GoldenEye. Siphon Filter. Probably Donkey Kong Country. That has to be one of the first games I've owned where it would actually give you a percentage completion, so I actually had something to aim for. Compare that to, say, Super Mario World, where it would tell you how many levels you beat but not how many there are in total, so I wouldn't know if there were some secrets I had missed. Major Mask. Portal. Not a gamer, but missed. I was visiting my boyfriend at the time, but he had to work all day, so he left me with that. That's all I did all day while he was working, and I finished it by the time he was done his work at the end of the day. Always thought I'd get the other ones, but it never happened. Pitfall. Atari 2600. Contra. TES 4. Oblivion. Mario Kart 64. And Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Fallout New Vegas. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Bloodborne, including the DLC. 1988. Super Mario Bros. I was 11, I was playing for hours in my room, finally beat it at 1:30 a.m. I was so proud that I woke up my mom to tell her the good news. Raffle. In retrospect it probably wasn't a good decision, but made for a memorable night. Spider-Man 2. PS2, Rock on Gesture, Rock on Gesture. Kingdom Hearts 2. Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Super Mario Sunshine, and I'll never do it again because fuck blue coins. I think Mario 64. I had heard rumors that Yoshi was in the game. It was mind-blowing for 10-year-old me when I finally saw him. Super Mario Galaxy. I wasn't allowed to play multiplayer games or go on YouTube because my parents were very strict. I mowed enough lawns to buy a Wii in Mario Galaxy. My parents were mad, but they let me keep it. It took me almost half a year because I could only play for 45 minutes at a time, but once I got every star returned to the ship. I cried lol. Duke ZD. G-Tab on the 360. Plants vs. Zombies Story Mode. Banjo-Kazooie, in part because you have to already get pretty close to 100 to complete the game normally unless you use glitches or cheats, none of which I knew about at the time. Tic-Tac-Toe. The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Maybe that's why it's still my favorite game of all time. Actually, not a single one. I mean, I beat Undertale once, but that's one of many endings, what means it's not 100 I guess. GTA San Andreas. I got a perfect ending in Mass Effect 2 if that counts. I don't know if what I've done in Super Mario Bros. 3 counts as 100%ing or not, but it's damn close if not. Sonic 2 if that can apply to getting all the Chaos Emeralds. Jak and Daxter. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. 110. It took 12-year-old me so long and I was so proud. GTA. The first one. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! Oregon Trail 1990. Legendary game. FF7 6 months of pure joy. Wolfenstein: A New Order I think. Red Dead Redemption 1. Modern Warfare 2. Cool face. I would not call myself a gamer, as I'm really bad at video games. But for a long time the only game I played to completion was Kirby's Dream Land on the original Game Boy. I played that through multiple times and now currently have the music stuck in my head. Angry Birds Star Wars, a flash game I bet. Adventure Atari. 1983. Last game I platinumed Elden Ring. 1 month after launch. Platted all the other from games over the pandemic. Okay, it was Lego Star Wars Skywalker last night. But that's just a walking simulator for idiots. Doesn't count lol. Dink Lifestyle FTW. All the time and money in the world to game Lego City 2 or something like this. Some old PC game, where you had to go around and find missing pieces of nursery rhymes. Super Mario Odyssey, it took 3 years but it was worth it. Sly 2 on PS3. Skyrim. I watched my dad play it for a long time before beating it myself. Now I'm playing it again. Only 1 month in and I'm level 53 lol. Wait, you can finish games? Halo 3 of the good old days. Super Mario Bros. Legend of Zelda Nintendo. Prince of Persia 1989 on PC. Was tough though. Especially after level 6. I owned a device called the Leapfrog, it's like a child version of the Nintendo. There was this one soccer game that I was a god at. I would beat all of my family members, and all the robots with ease. There was a tournament in the game, and I was on the final stage. I was so excited when I got the last point I threw my controller into the television. I never played the Leapfrog again. Cuphead. It still hurts. Batman Arkham Knight. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 2002. Could have been the earlier NFS Porsche Unleashed but it kept crashing on my first PC right after the first race in Evolution Career Mode, which prevented it from saving progress. Has anyone beat Vice City? Been playing mine since 2003, still not 100. Minecraft theoretically. You are meant to beat the ended dragon in the end, that's the goal, and I have done that twice. That and Mario Kart on my Switch. Command and Conquer. Probably the first Legend of Zelda when I was a kid, 7 or 8 in the mid-80s. I rented that game so many times from the one place in my town that when the store closed, the owner called my parents and gave it to me. Horizon. Mario. I believe it was Spyro Year of the Dragon. It's been a long time, so I can't remember if I truly 100'd those damn flying levels. Turok was life back then. Elden Ring. Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Had to leave the Sega on for like 3 days so I wouldn't lose progress. Half-Life. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. It took me a year but I did it. Pong. Probably Super Mario 64. Though I don't remember a massive amount of my younger years. Link to the Past. Couldn't find the last 1/4 heart piece for like 10 years. Looked it up eventually lol. The first video game I finished I did before there was such thing as 100 on a game. Manic Miner. Only had something like 20 levels but it was hard as hell to beat. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets for PC. It was hard in the end to find all secrets for a 6-year-old but it was worth all the time and memories. The original Lego Star Wars game on the PS2. I think it still might be the only game I've ever completed to 100. Stardew Valley. My little 12-year-old self would have lost it if he could see me now. Not a single game but I've had Minecraft for years and I'm on 52 out of 122 achievements and I am currently trying to beat it for the first time. Time Splitters 2. Jedi Fallen Order. Bot was the first one I started to 100, but that one took a while. Turok Dinosaur Hunter. Probably Mario Galaxy 2. Donut County. Kung Fu for the NES. There was no real tracker or certainty, I did everything back then. But the first game I know lived as a young teenager was Ultima 7, circa 1992. It was the first truly open world game I ever played, it sucked me in. I completed it all and scoured every inch of the world, all side quests and probably all hidden treasures. Dishonored. RDR2. My soul was taken from me a long time ago. Legend has it that they used my lost soul to create the Souls games. My bad everyone. One of the Lego games, I think Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't usually 100 games, but the Lego games give you a reason to. The Pirates completion reward is a level where you play through the original theme park ride. King's Quest 3 with the hint book. Populous. The beginning. I still remember the incantations. BioShock. I want to say Spyro? But I honestly don't know. Most games didn't have 100 tracking back then, probably why I want to say Spyro. So what exactly counts as 100 is hard for some games, like Smash Brothers and Tomb Raider. It's almost certainly actually some crappy PC game, I just don't remember though.
I hope you all are doing well, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed this video. If you have something to say critically or otherwise, leave a comment. And if you enjoy this content, don't forget to subscribe to see more of it. I hope you all have wonderful and fulfilled lives.